been a long time and a rough year. But let's get this started. Gamers will always talk about their favorite games, why they stand out above the rest, why other people should play them, but some games in particular are put on a higher pedestal than they should be. Now, before I go any further, I want to make this perfectly clear. Overrated does not mean I hate these games. I quite enjoy most of the games on this list. I just feel that they get a little more praise than they deserve. So, now for the rules. I'm going to be bending my one game per franchise rule a bit for this list because the reasons I feel that the game or game series is overrated could span across multiple series of that game. You'll see what I'm talking about later in the list. Also, only games I've played can be on this list, so as much as I despise it, Fortnite cannot be on here. I feel better. Anyway, this is Crow of Murder 15's Top 10 Overrated Games/Game Series.
I like what you got. Good job. Yeah!
Okay, so I know MOBA games aren't for everyone, and this is myself included. I gave League of Legends a try back when it had only been out for a couple of years. The game was fun, but dear lord, the community. I don't know if it's gotten any better since I first played, but wow. Hence why I feel like it's a bit overrated. I will say though, I can definitely see the appeal in this game. The array of characters, the strategy of teaming up with other people, just not my personal cup of tea. I will say though, some of the fan creations from this series are amazing, like the personalized rap songs.
I'm not normal and I don't pretend so. My approach is pretty much a bomb crescendo. Reality is false and it's so, cause I say chaotic demolition, well that's just my forte.
I like what you got. Good job. Yeah!
Ever since the first game in the series was released on GameCube, I've always had a little soft spot for Animal Crossing. Now, it can certainly be relaxing, being able to do what you want at your own leisure. My main gripe with this game is I feel like you have to play this game every single day to stay caught up with everything. If you happen to miss even one day, it's almost like you're feeling like you're missing out on something great. Either that or your neighbors start being all paranoid that you don't like them anymore just because you didn't talk to them one time the day before. Thankfully, New Horizon isn't that bad about it. Now, if we can only get Blathers to get over his fear of bugs.
Today, I'm going to teach you how to face your fears. Now, the first step to facing your fears is...
I like what you got. Good job. Yeah!
Insert Call of Duty sucks joke here. Ha 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 ha. Okay guys, let me level with you. I don't hate the Call of Duty games. In fact, I actually enjoy a few of them, Black Ops 2 being my favorite. But it seems like every time a new Call of Duty game comes out, people have to get it because it's Call of Duty. Either that or people thinks it's the best FPS of all time, and nothing else can possibly touch it. To which I respectfully disagree. But I feel it's also overrated from how much hate this game gets too. Even if it's negative, it's free publicity for Call of Duty and it's still getting the word out about these games. Now, I feel like the game's popularity has died down over the past couple of years, so we'll see where it goes. That being said though, can we please get a standalone zombies game?
I like what you got. Good job. Yeah!
Ever since Sonic made the transition to 3D, he's had a bit of a rocky path. Most people remember the abomination that Sonic 06 was, and that's when things really went downhill. But the first couple of 3D Sonic games were pretty good, specifically the adventure games. And that brings us to Sonic Adventure 2. Now yes, it's a fun game, had some pretty sweet stages of music, but in some aspects I feel like it was lacking from the previous game. The cutscenes were animated weird, Though I will say Sonic Adventure 1's cutscenes weren't masterpieces either. Parts of the game tried to feel too dark and edgy, which can work in some cases, but I feel like this missed the mark. The game also has you play the game twice, technically, with Tails and Eggman literally being copies of E102 Gamma from Sonic Adventure 1 for their segments. And one of the main drawing points of this game was Shadow. Now, I like Shadow. Pretty much the anti-hero that you'd see in most anime, like Vegeta or Seto Kaiba. In fact, he was so popular they even gave him his own spin-off game. And what did we get?
I like what you got. Good job.
Minecraft can simply be written off as the video game equivalent of Legos, but there's so much more that you can do with this game, especially if you're playing on PC with literally thousands of mods. The reason I feel like this game is overrated, though, is the fact that there are, I kid you not, millions of videos out there of people playing this game and people claiming that it's the greatest game of all time. Sure, if you have the right mods and friends to play with, there's almost no limitation to what you can do in Minecraft. But at the end of the day, the most you can really do is build, and while that's fun, that's about it. Sure, you can fight monsters, go to different realms as well, but I don't know. Building just seems like that's what the game was designed for. Now, this is just my opinion, and I'm not saying that just building things wasn't Notch's only intention for this game. But hey, we do have the Telltale spin-off game and Minecraft Dungeons, which, I'm not gonna lie, looks pretty fun.
I like what you got. Good job.
Whew boy, okay, now I'm starting to get into Flame War territory. A lot of you know I'm a fan of RPGs, and one of the most well-known RPGs is on this list, Final Fantasy VII. Now, I'll admit, Final Fantasy VII wasn't my first Final Fantasy game, let alone my first RPG, so I don't have the nostalgia attachment like most fans do. Is it a bad game? Not at all. The battle system aged well, the characters and story are amazing, but calling it the greatest RPG of all time is a little bit of a stretch.
F*** you! Your opinion's wrong! You're wrong! It's amazing!
Ugh, I was afraid of that. But anyway, not to mention the graphics haven't really aged well, specifically the open world segments where you're just walking around. And I know that graphics don't make or break a game, but looking back at this, it's kind of hard to take scenes like this seriously with blocky graphic style. Now, with all that being said, what do I think of Final Fantasy VII Remake? Go get this game.
Pretty please.
I like what you got. Good job.
Man, seems like I'm really trying to piss off a lot of people on this list. So, there's no doubt that Ocarina of Time has literally revolutionized the Legend of Zelda franchise. At the time, it was the pinnacle of gaming. That being said, though,
Don't do it.
I don't think
Don't you dare do it.
this game is the greatest of all time.
That's it! I'm out of this house!
Well, that was weird. Anyway, I feel like the graphics are a little outdated, much like most of the N64 library, and while yes, it was the first 3D Legend of Zelda game, I feel like other Legend of Zelda games deserve a little more praise. And honestly, in my opinion, Ocarina of Time had a few flaws in it as well, that later Legend of Zelda games improved on. Except for Skyward Sword. We don't talk about that one.
I don't care. Nobody likes you. You took fun and made it unfun. How'd you even do that?
I like what you got. Good job.
You know, I have a weird love-hate relationship with the Five Nights at Freddy's series. I hate playing it because of the jump scares, and I'll be honest, I don't really like playing a lot of scary games with jump scares. But what keeps bringing me back is the lore behind these games. Now, I'll admit the first few games were great, but then Scott Cawthon kept pushing out more and more and more until we had a book series, toys, a VR game, and even a new game that's supposed to be coming out sometime in the future. Like I said, the lore for this game is absolutely amazing, and Matt Pat from Game Theory has done a ton, and I mean a literal ton of episodes on this game series. But for people to get this hyped about a game that literally has you sitting at a desk and not trying to get spooked by Chuck E. Cheese's discounted cousin? Yeah, let's just hope you make it till 6 a.m.
I like what you got. Good job.
Okay, this one might be a little confusing, so let me explain my reasoning. Over the years, I have seen countless upon countless lists and countdowns for the greatest games of all time. 9 times out of 10, Tetris is normally somewhere within the top 5. And yes, Tetris is a fun game, but you're telling me that you would rather play Tetris than any other games out there? The Fiery Joker put it best. When was the last time you actively went out of your way to play Tetris? I almost guarantee it was when you were either using the bathroom or waiting at the DMV. Now, that's not saying Tetris is a bad game by any means. Heck, Tetris 99 is actually a lot of fun. But we're talking about the old school original Tetris. I think I'd rather be playing this than this. To me, it just doesn't stack up.
I like what you got. Good job.
I know I'm definitely going to get some hate for this one, and though I love this series, my number one overrated game series is Pokemon. Now, like a lot of gamers, I grew up playing the original Red and Blue version. I've played almost every single main series Pokemon game since then, and you know, I started to notice something. All of them are almost the exact same thing! Yes, each game tried to throw in something different, even change up the gym battles to spice things up, but that's not enough to stop this series from getting stale and repetitive. Here, watch, I'll summarize every single Pokemon game for you in the main series. Get your starter Pokemon, battle your rival, get your Pokedex, head to the first gym, get your first gym badge, journey to get 7 more badges, fight your rival again, stop some sort of organization from causing chaos in the Pokemon world, head to your last challenge, fight your rival again along the way, defeat a number of elite trainers, defeat the Pokemon champion, and then some post-game goodies. Now, this isn't saying that this is a bad formula, and you know what they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I feel like Pokemon needs something a little more to mix things up rather than just doing the same thing over and over again. And that's why Pokemon is my number one overrated video game / game series. I'm Crow of Murder 15, and wait, is that a new raid? Out of the way, I've got a Lapras to catch! Hey guys, this is Crow of Murder 15. Thank you so much for checking out this top 10 countdown. If you want to see more, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notification to get updates on all the latest videos. And make sure to take some time to check out my Let's Play show, Game Bros. Thanks again guys, and we'll see you next time.